Welcome to the Crownsmen Show, everybody. I'm one of your hosts, Jerrod Downey. We've also got Rory Bamford in the studio. We've got Gowdy Molina. We've got Zarina doing the ones and twos, making notes already. She does not have a salad today, which is great. That's usually she has a little snack while she's running the gear.
There's got to be a bar there somewhere. No, I don't see anything yet.
Oh, something coming out. And we've got a very special guest today. We've got John Somers. He's the VP of Construction and Utility Sector at Association of Equipment Manufacturers, AEM.
Good afternoon, friends. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here. I'm looking forward to this.
This is going to be lots of fun. I have told people that we've teamed up with CONEXPO. If I say we've teamed up with AEM, they don't always know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you and I have discussed that. So let's first off, we're going to talk about CONEXPO, big event coming up. Can you just give us that AEM introduction for anybody who doesn't know about the organization behind the biggest construction event in North America?
Yeah, I mean, it's like dive right into the complicated stuff right away, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the show seems simple compared to what AEM does and the whole breadth of that. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I've been here for 18 and a half years and still learning stuff. But so first of all, I guess, cool. Glad you guys are, teaming up with CONEXPO and AEM. So if people, kind of in the construction industry, usually know the CONEXPO-CON brand, right? I mean, that's the show brand. That's kind of the outward facing thing for the contractors and users of equipment. So AEM is the trade association, kind of like behind the curtain, right? So we're North America's leading trade association. So we'll cover 5 industry sectors primarily. So agriculture, forestry, construction, mining, and utility. So obviously CONEXPO-CON is a big construction, aggregates, concrete show, right? So I mean, there's obviously some equipment there that you could relate to forestry. Everybody else kind of asks what utility means, and it's construction, but it's putting in utility infrastructure versus roads, right? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, so I mean, as a trade association, we have member companies. We have about a little over 1,100 member companies. So think big yellow iron, all the way through engines, through joystick controls, and then service providers to the industry, whether that's, media companies or translation services and stuff like that. So so we do primarily, I guess, 4 probably core services. So kind of like I always kind of say we do the association stuff, right? So that means like market, industry data, whether that's like, trends of the industry, like, data center builds and housing starts and all that kind of consolidated data. We do some market share data where our members report in sales of their actual equipment confidentially, and kind of learn trends of that and their market share in different areas.
Okay.
We have an office in Washington D.C., and I guess for you guys, to America's friend to the north, we also have a representation in Ottawa now.
Oh, nice.
So working on all the policy, kind of the educational side related to like regulations, right? So working with the policymakers, regulators. Also advocating for, pro-manufacturing policies because our members of the manufacturers, but also pro-policies like highway, federal highway funding.
I was just going to ask that. So is that similar in both Canada and the USA that you're doing that for like shaping that policy going forward?
Yeah. So we've had a presence in Canada through a partner organization for years, and we just established our first full-time person there. And working on having like an official office there. So
okay, cool.
All that. I mean, it's kind of like, you think about, there's a lot of private money coming in. I mentioned data centers. I mean, a lot of that's that, but there's a lot of the federal money too. And it's like helping people understand first of all, the need to fix the roads, right? And then kind of the cost and why you implement technology and do it, faster, cheaper, better, all those things, right? So it's a lot of that education to the policymakers and stuff. And then we have our trade shows, which I'll kind of just leave it at that because I know we're gonna dig into CONEXPO, and we're not going to be here for 5 hours talking about it.
Yeah, we got lots to cover with CONEXPO as well.
Let's talk about our heavy industry tour brought to you by Orica Digital Solutions. Rapidly evaluate processing scenarios across the entire mineral extraction value chain with the Integrated Extraction Simulator. Enhance plant productivity, optimize economic value, and minimize the environmental impacts of mining activity and mineral recovery. We are heading to events across North America and Australia and filming episodes on location. Email us at info@crownsmen.com to be part of Crownsmen's heavy industry tour. Machinery downtime costs operations thousands every hour. And for over 45 years, Smiley Monroe has solved this with heavy-duty conveyor belts and components built for extreme conditions. From 1-hour install zip clip belts to tough flex and hot splice endless belts, plus integrally molded cleats and cut length options, they keep material flowing. Their precision cut rubber parts, belt cleaners, polymer rollers, glide tracker alignment rollers, and impact bars reduce maintenance and extend belt life. That's why top OEMs trust Smiley Monroe. See Smiley Monroe's market-leading product range in person at the upcoming CONEXPO-CON trade show in Las Vegas from March 3rd to 7th at booth C32562 in the Central Hall. That's booth C32562. AEM, the Association of Equipment Manufacturers, has been connecting the construction and agriculture equipment industry for over 130 years. Now you're invited to CONEXPO-CON 2026 in Las Vegas, March 3rd to 7th. Experience the latest equipment, live demos, and network with industry leaders building the future. Use code TCS26 to get 20% off your tickets and discover what's shaping the industry next. Visit CONEXPO-CONAG.com.
For first off, this is we partnered up with Roy Slack, who has
Cranky old men drinking beer.
Cranky old men drinking beer. Wow.
So
Roy is not here today, but in the spirit of it, we decided to all have a local beer. So I've got the Krampus Abbey Dubell double. What is that called? I don't know.
I think it's like Dubell or something.
By Strange Fellows. It's an 8.5% alcohol, and I'm not making this a competition, John. I'm honestly not.
I love competitions.
But you're going to pull out an American beer, and this is a Canadian beer, so it's 8.5%.
And then I've got the Red Collar Brewing hailing from Kamloops, and we've got the Triple Trappist Style Ale. It comes in at a low 9% volume.
It's basically vodka.
Well, here in America, I guess we're lower on the globe than you guys, so mine's also lower than that. I don't know how that relates. But so you guys said local, right? So I don't know if you can see this. So this is from a brewery called New Glarus Brewing, and it's only in Wisconsin.
Nice.
So yeah, so legit, like they're probably top 10 in terms of volume brewery in the U.S., but they only serve Wisconsin, so that might tell you something about us here in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's called Moon Man, so
there's no beer drinking in Wisconsin.
It's beer and brandy and bourbon and
cheese.
We said vodka earlier, and cheese.
Go Packers.
Gotta build a base somehow. Just cheese and crackers, man. Cheese and crackers and Packers. That's what we always said on Sunday. But yeah, it's a pale ale. It's I forgot what the percent is. I think it's like 5.5%. So
it's standard. It's standard.
Standard.
Well, that's actually a little higher for American beer, isn't it?
It's a touch up.
I mean, if you're getting the light stuff, I mean, this isn't.
Yeah.
Well, cheers,
light.
gentlemen.
Cheers. Yeah. Let's start it off. Now I got to be honest if this is actually good. Oh, we do the review at the end.
Yeah, review is at the end.
Okay.
We'll leave everybody hanging.
So they only sell that in Wisconsin?
Yeah, all the New Glarus stuff's just Wisconsin. I mean, there's the hoodlums from Minnesota that come over the border and smuggle stuff back. But
wow,
we don't talk about them. Actually, so funny story. So we're way off subject, but this is my life. So there's Hudson. Hudson, Wisconsin is, I think it's in like the top 5 counties or cities or whatever like that serves the most New Glarus beer, and most of it is because people from Minnesota coming across the border to buy it.
They love it that much.
So, I guess so.
They probably
so Spotted Cow is like that's the big one that kind of put them on the map like years ago. But they do a lot of different cool stuff.
That's a great beer name.
Is this like a marketing thing? Like, why don't they sell it in other states?
It's part of it's got to be that, right? Kind of like an exclusivity thing,
right?
I don't know. I mean, they're doing a huge volume and just doing it. It's kind of like
they want that.
Why
they want that
deal with
cross-border trade.
I feel like there's the parents that are the owner, and there's like the kids are just like, but the other state is right there.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is what we do.
Taxes are too complicated or something.
Something like that. Just like
it's
not worth it.
Are you facing the challenges of CO2 shortages in your construction projects? Secure your CO2 supply today with Tomco Systems, the pioneers in CO2 equipment solutions. With over 45 years of experience, Tomco transforms challenges into solutions, offering a comprehensive range of CO2 products for water treatment, storage, and transportation. Tomco Systems' patented CO2-based water treatment and wastewater treatment solutions have gained gained global recognition for their efficient and precise pH control systems. Whether you need pH reduction for municipal process treatment or industrial wastewater, their line of carbonic acid storage and feed products will provide you with 95% or greater efficiency in reaching your target pH. Don't let shortages slow you down. Visit tomcosystems.com to learn more. Every year, construction companies lose millions to theft, vandalism, and project delays. Heavy equipment, tools, and materials are prime targets, and with most sites lacking Wi-Fi or electricity, traditional surveillance just doesn't work, leaving projects vulnerable, costs rising, and deadlines at risk. Vosker changes that. Their solar-powered 4G LTE cameras are built for remote job sites, rugged, autonomous, and ready to protect high-value assets from day one. Through the Vosker app, managers get real-time AI alerts and more than just security. Project monitoring, track construction progress, deliveries, and on-site activity. Safety and compliance, ensure safety protocols and processes are consistently followed. The benefits are clear. Low cost, trailers or guards can run thousands per month. And rapid deployment. No networking required. Just mount, connect, and monitor. Construction is demanding. Security shouldn't be another risk. Vosker keeps site protected anytime, anywhere. Visit vosker.com to learn more. Attention builders, we've got everything you need to know about the grit and grind of the construction world in one show. The Construction Show is where you can share your expert techniques and strategies to help keep the crew strong and construction sites secure. From foundational tips, industry trends, safety strategies to advanced equipment and machinery. Be part of the voice of construction. Book your episode and showcase your company to millions worldwide. Visit crownsmen.com.
Okay, there will be some beer being drunk at CONEXPO.
Well, it is in Las Vegas. I don't know.
In Las Vegas. But
So
man,
I'll reveal this on this show right now. I don't know if this is public, but in 2023 we brewed a beer just for CONEXPO. It was called the Quarry Crusher. So we're doing one in 2026 this year again, and it's called the Iron Haze IPA. So that'll be available at the show in the festival grounds area in that lot outside. I don't know if it's anywhere else.
Is the festival lot in, like, there's Silver Lot? Is Festival Lot the other one, like, that's over by North Hall? I can't even remember. Gowdy?
Where's Festival Lot?
Oh, I can look that up.
Okay.
Let me describe it first and see how close I am. I mean, anybody that's been to the show or whatever like that, it's okay. Let's talk about that a little bit. So it's about 3 million square feet of space is the show. So it's basically the whole Las Vegas Convention Center, all the buildings. Hey, there you go. I have that cup.
That's so cool.
All the parking lots around it. So you mentioned Silver Lot. Yeah, that's like kind of right outside what we call North Hall, or what they call North Hall.
That's right.
Yeah, and then Festival Grounds, I think is its official name, is kind of, it's kind of like across the street. It's across the strip, but you know, at that end of the strip, there isn't a whole lot up there. It's like kind of towards Sahara. I think that's the hotel that's up there, and it's right over there. Yeah. So a lot of pretty much all the cranes and a lot of the earth moving stuff.
Oh, that's where they're doing that. I saw as well that I saw it posted that you're gonna try and break like some Guinness World Record as well there. As well.
Yeah.
I didn't see this. What's this?
Most people in a certain area in a high vis vest.
Yeah.
So so at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning when the show opens.
So funny.
The festival.
We'll already be
grounds.
filming.
Yeah, so there we go. Yeah. So far left of that map right there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you've got West.
Right
okay. So you got the Diamond Lot there. You got Silver Lot, and then so that's where you usually see the pictures of all the cranes set up. Is that?
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. That's all in the festival grounds. Yeah.
Just a crazy
you got some
size.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
huge.
crazy, man.
Well,
That's
the obvious question. What you're not on the organization side of this event. What goes into it? Most of the companies that we worked with, we work with CIM, SME, we work with trade organizations, but I mean, CONEXPO is the big one. I mean, it's a whole other level of massive. It's like 4 trade shows or 5 trade shows stacked into one. What do you have a sense of what your team? I've talked to your team, and they are way too energetic and positive for what they're putting together.
It's so fun. Yeah.
And how do we get that?
It's funny you said, I'm like, not on the organization thing. I think we all are to an extent, right? I mean, it's like everybody here kind of is, right? I mean, my role, so I head up our construction utility sector, right? So it's kind of like the CE side versus the agriculture side. There's obviously a lot of overlap with,
So like
components
utility
and
expo?
regulation.
Are,
Utility kind of falls under me, but
Okay,
then
cool.
it's like, what do you actually do? So, the majority of my job is strategy, guidance on all of our member services, right? So trade shows being one of those. So like if the show kind of already didn't have everything, right? Like I could like say, hey, this product category maybe needs to be pumped up a little bit. Here's some companies we should kind of go after to serve these type of attendee groups or whatever.
Oh, so you're actually going after certain segments, like you see it in trade shows, like they're organized by certain groups. So you'll actually see one that's maybe lacking, go, let's bring some more people in. Let's target these people.
And with this show now, it's like, a lot of those companies that exhibit kind of know about the show and come to us, right? So there's probably a little less like targeting, although you think about like the new technology coming into the industry and it's like, how do we showcase that better, right? Whether that's like, call it, alternative powered equipment like battery electric or autonomous, automated function equipment, stuff like that. And it's like, so some of those companies are in, like, how do we segment them together to get a good experience for the people at the show? How do we kind of highlight that we're not necessarily us, AEM or CONEXPO, right? That we're doing it, but like all the companies there are showcasing this like advanced technology and like kind of not get the wording right, but sort of, right? I mean, it's kind of like, so my job's more of like working with the show team, to kind of get that messaging down and kind of what's what. But
I'm just going to make a note, Rory. If you're wondering about the blinking on the screen, that is not affecting us at all.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Gabby gave me the note.
Okay. Yeah. I just assumed everybody had the expertise.
Yeah.
Not me.
I thought I was just blinking and
I saw you guys going down it, so I wanted to like.
All good.
It's all good.
John, I was going to ask I lost my question.
Oh, sorry.
It's your fault, Jerrod.
I'll answer a different one.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but Jerrod, you kind of asked about like the team and what goes into it, right? So I mean, the show's every 3 years. I think it's every 3 years, intentionally for multiple reasons. And one of those reasons is like it takes that long to kind of set up and orchestrate the whole thing, right? I mean, it's a lot of
move-in is already happening, right? For the show?
Move-in started end of January.
That's right.
So they started moving some stuff in festival grounds, I think,
so
and
awesome.
some cranes were setting up. I think it's 6 weeks before the show. Yeah, it's but I mean, even a team like drawing the floor plan,
That's
right? It's not like
crazy.
everybody has the exact same booth footprint every show, right? I mean, we kind of move some things around and reconfigure some areas.
Yeah.
And company had 30,000 square feet last time, and now they're like, let's have 40,000, something like that, right? So I mean, we got to like,
well, and they move stuff in.
Right?
There was a truck. This is actually not ConExpo. It's a different event, but they brought in a truck, and it had a foot of clearance in the building.
A foot.
A foot of clearance at the lowest point. So at one point, it was driving.
They're like, this is great.
Yeah. But they measured it, so it was good to go.
How many people are on the AEM team, like for organizing, like?
Oh,
CONEXPO?
That's a great question. How many people does it take?
Yeah, I'm
glad
so
you remembered
curious.
that question. We have total AEM staff is about 115 people, right? And I always kind of say like, if you do like kind of the 80-20 rule, right? Like 20% of those are probably like accounting, admin, HR, IT, stuff like that. So out of the 80% left, which I'm not a math whiz, I don't know how many people that is, like 90. I would say half of them are more on the other association service side versus like the trade show side, but then half of them are trade show side, right? So I mean, let's say that's 40 people that are working in operations, marketing of the show, like we have a bunch of contracts with a bunch of the hotels, so people get a good rate at their hotel.
Yes.
Whether you really get a good rate or not. But all that stuff,
it matters.
And
you set up everything. You got shuttles, hotel, everything is set up. It's unreal.
Yeah.
No,
it does make it so much easier.
Yeah. Oh, I've told people, and again, I was at another event in Vegas, not your event, and we ended up standing out in the parking lot waiting for shuttles in like the baking hot sun.
Mm-hmm.
I was fine. There was elderly people there.
Yeah.
Like it was not good. It was just an oversight on the organization. I've been to ConExpo. I've been to the Utility Expo.
Yeah.
I went to
well.
World of Asphalt in St. Louis last year. That's all under your umbrella as well, right?
It is just
So
run so well. There's just not those little things that you go, like this is not like that thing out in Vegas. I was like, someone could actually like, this is too hot out here. There's like people like hobbling out. I'm like, this is not good. You just, those things are not happening. We've been to multiple events. It just does not happen.
And the most important thing is they even like have their own beer.
Exactly.
So you have people hydrated.
As Michael Scott would say, it's a win-win-win-win.
So you look at every aspect. You're like, check that box, check that box.
But what do you think that is? What is it about the team, the way you operate? Because you're operating the biggest shows, but you're also doing it at a really high level. The delivery is really strong. What do you think that is?
That's a good question, man. Yeah, so you mentioned CONEXPO, so we own and produce CONEXPO, same with the Utility Expo, and then we co-own and produce the World of Asphalt show.
Okay, it's a partnership there. Okay.
Yeah, it's a partnership with that. I guess CONEXPO is as well, like the ConAg side of CONEXPO is, like the concrete aggregates piece of it is. But yeah, so I don't know, I think it's like the culture here, and it's probably different. I don't know if I've ever really thought about this because, full credit to that team. They're awesome, and they actually care. Right. I mean, I'm not saying this to kind of badmouth anybody, but I mean, a lot of other companies that organize shows, that's what they do. That's all they do. Right. It's like they're just hired by some other group or some other association or some, for-profit.
It's contracted
like,
out.
Hey, put on this show for us. And it's like they don't have the relationships with the people in the industry. I mean, it's I walk around the show and I know a bunch of people from the exhibitor companies. I know a bunch of contractors that are there, and we just want their experience to be the best damn thing they've ever had.
And people are so excited about it. It spills over from your team into like talking to the people that we're booking shows with. Everybody's so excited for it. They're like, it's crazy how long we're going to be in Vegas, but they're like, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That last day.
You mean the Saturday?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I love the people, like, there's family, and by the 4th and 5th day, everybody has a family emergency. Just all these different reasons.
The first 3 days, everything gets done.
Yeah.
I think any city gets old after a while, right? It's it's just get me, get out of here. But I mean, people come in and do shifts too, right? Some people come in the beginning
and
of the week.
A lot of people fly in.
Come in on
the Friday,
or whatever, and Friday.
Yeah, because they're busy. They can't make it over during the week, and they pop in. And I've met key people there that have come in those last days because that's their schedule.
We're doing some cool stuff. This show this year we call it the weekend, right? So it's Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
To kind of like cater towards, maybe some of those smaller businesses, right? Because a lot of companies are, if you don't have people that can take time away from the office, if I'm running my own earth moving crew and I got 8 employees, like, I'm probably coming out on a Friday.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different workshops. One's Empower Her, which is the women in construction piece of it. So that's kind of on the Friday, Saturday. We're doing one for small business workshop.
Nice.
So I was going to tell a story of like, and I know a guy that did this, but like, ran an excavator, was doing really well and was like, I'm sick of working for the man, right? And I can do this better. And then basically spun off and started his own business and stuff like that. And then it's like, oh my God, how do I invoice people? Right. So it's kind of like, they don't know how to run a business, right? Because they've always worked for somebody. So there's some education around that. And then the last thing, probably my favorite part of this is we're focusing on maintenance, like preventative maintenance of equipment. So there's a maintenance track on that Saturday, and we're doing a thing called Shop Talks and Walks, where a group of people get to like have a curated tour around the show, and basically hear directly from the OEMs of here's how you maintain your equipment, here's things to look out for, here's how you do a walk around.
We've actually got SKF Lincoln doing an episode, so they do like the lubrication, like the automated lubrication system. So it's exactly like what they're talking about, like with their team. That's actually, so again, you check another box, you go, we know that it gets like after a few days. So you're actually like putting in those workshops for those people that can come in on those last couple of days to get that full value for not only them, but obviously the exhibitors too.
Totally. I mean, because some of those companies also might feel a little lost to show, right? I mean, they show up and they're like, hey, I own 2 pieces of equipment and rent some stuff, and I'm a small business. And, these guys want to talk to like the big contractors that have a huge fleet and they're doing stuff, which is totally not true, right? I mean, everybody is a customer. This industry is so friendly, but it's kind of like, we just want to make sure everybody has a good experience, whether you're there Tuesday, Saturday, whatever it is, and get the most out of it. So like, 2.5, 3 years later, you're like, can't wait.
Well, I talked to a guy who came. This is the last one. He came from Nova Scotia, actually, and he had a little 10 by 10. It was small. It might have been a 10 by 20. I think it was a 10 by 10 though. It was small, a small booth. And I kind of went, and I was kind of like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like and he was like, "Great," because no, he was not getting as many people as John Deere does, obviously, but for him, where else could he go where there's 100,000 people just strolling by? He's in Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything he's doing is online. He has to just reach out to people. All of a sudden, he's got this access to a guy from, the Dakotas.
Yep.
That's got a contracting business. It was a trenching company is what it was.
Nice.
Like an attachment that goes on and clears out these trenches. Amazing machine.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Not Ditch Witch. Ditch. We'll bring it up.
Ditch Digger? No.
No, it's we'll bring it up on the screen.
Okay, we'll find it.
He's been on the show.
John, how many people are you projecting are going to be there this year? I've been hearing from like the exhibitors that they think it's going to be popping.
Yeah. So I think in 2023, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think our projected is, let's be a little conservative, right? We'll say over 135,000. It's not really conservative. That's just funny because that's a huge number.
That's a hilarious
I
thing.
think we're hoping to be closer to 140,000, right? I mean, it's like, total registration. So,
yeah,
all the hotels and all the craps tables in Vegas will also be popping.
Crap.
I've been to Wisconsin.
Let's not get started on that. Continue.
I've been to
I'll see you there. I'll see you there, John.
I've been to Wisconsin. That was a very Wisconsin way of communicating. Like, I don't want to brag about this. Here's this giant number.
It's like people that are like, no offense, but you're an asshole.
Yeah, was that humble or was that brag? I don't know what that was.
I just spew facts on these things.
He's like, we won't fill one football stadium. Yeah. We'll fill two.
A lot of your team is from Wisconsin, right?
Yeah. So our headquarters is Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So yeah, we have about 100 people here, and then the few in Washington, D.C., and then up in Ottawa. But yeah, we're all from this area pretty much. So, I mean, yeah.
How many times has ConExpo been held? Do you have that information? I'm curious.
Fine. That's a good question. So I always get the years wrong, but I think the first year it was in Vegas was 1994.
Oh, so it's actually...
It has a huge history of this, and we can probably look us up and figure it out. But it originally started as a thing called the Road Show.
Oh, okay, got it. You can
in like
pull some
the
facts.
50s or something like that, right?
That's actually a pretty good name still.
In Chicago. I know, right? And that was and then that got rebranded to. That was every 6 years, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it was just technology moved slower. Honestly, I think that was the reason. And then that got rebranded to Construction Exposition, right? So ConExpo, right? And then in I think it was the 90s when it went to Vegas. I think that's when it co-located with the ConAg, so the concrete aggregates part of it, and became the full ConExpo-ConAg show and went on a 3-year cycle. And yeah, so I don't know about anybody else, but how many times people have been there or how many years it is. This will be my 7th one.
Oh, wow.
Which is crazy. Yeah. So 2008, I started at AEM in 2007. So 2008 was my first one. And I'm not from the construction industry. Like my brother did some concrete work. Like I grew up in small town, kind of lower middle of Wisconsin. There was a bunch of farms around and beers and tears.
Beers and tears.
Beers and tears. I don't know. Crackers and Packers and beers and tears. But yeah, it's I didn't really have a background in that. So I just, started working here. I worked in AEM's marketing department for the first 7 years, I think, had another job out of college for like 2 years. And I came here, I was here for 7 years. But I remember going to ConExpo in 2008 and just being like, what is happening? Like, this is amazing. And then when I got the chance to go back in 2011, so the next show after that, 3 years later, I really made a point to like walk around and meet some people and talk to people. And I was like, I never want to leave this industry. Like, it's the incredible. And all the people are awesome. It's just
so much fun.
Like everybody was so nice. And I said, I work for AEM, but I don't know what the hell's going on here. And they were like, well, let me tell you all about it. And I was like, well, this is cool. So, start learning about equipment and never look back. It's kind of nuts. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I found. So the Roadshow was founded in 1909.
I love this live fact checking.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I was over 50 years.
1909, the first Roadshow was held in Columbus, Ohio.
1909?
1909, focusing on construction equipment. It didn't become, I guess, ConEgg till 1928. And then officially CONEXPO 1969.
Oh, wow.
So that's the year I was thinking of what it was.
Yeah.
I was thinking
was the name of it. Yeah.
We're going to transition into it, like talking a little bit about technology adoption and that. And I was thinking in 1909, half the attendees there with how the equipment, the safety in that would have been missing fingers.
Absolutely. That would have been
that's honestly just the first thought.
Part of the show.
It was just a big event
honestly, when
people like,
and then my thought was him talking about how people don't like starting a new business. People don't know how to invoice. I was like, there was a time when people had to mail out an invoice and then mail back a check.
Yeah.
I used to write out. I had to have a little invoice book.
Yeah.
It was like 3 copies. Yeah. I don't know what the third copy was for.
It's probably for the bank.
Probably. And we would write out in my terrible spelling and my messy handwriting.
He's lying. He has beautiful handwriting and beautiful spelling.
Oh, I'm going to bring that up. And his drawings.
And you have all your fingers, not high zeros.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, ironically, actually, this hand is broken right now.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that is not
I just took the,
Actually,
you look up there.
I think when we talked a couple weeks ago, you had something on it, right?
Yeah, so I've got a plate in there now. So that scar is where this little plate is.
And this is a quick interlude. We will bring the video up. But how did you do it, Jerrod?
So what actually happened?
Let me bring that up.
Yeah, what happened? I was going to send it to you. What actually happened was we were going down a bank, and then it kind of sloughed away, and I had my little daughter with me. So I wanted to save her. So I rolled and make sure that I landed.
That's right.
And when I did that,
I
broke my wrist.
And now let's hear the real story about the GT and the snow and the rock pile. You'll see it in the video.
There is another version of the story.
We'll show the actual version of the story.
There is another version. What happened? You get real winters in Wisconsin. So the sledding is a real thing in there, right?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both my wrists are intact though, so I don't know who's winning.
So
but,
the last time I get hurt, I haven't been hurt for years. The last time I got hurt, guess what? On a GT. Not even kidding. 20 years ago was the last time I got a serious injury. Same device. So I think there's a message in there. Mm-hmm. But what ended up happening was my parents had just got a new place. So my sister went out, cleared this beautiful path. It was kind of a road that goes down to a flat area. Perfect. There was kids on it. I was actually with my daughter going down it. She was afraid from another experience that I'd taken her down a hill that was too big. Oh, you do have the video. Oh. Okay, the thing, by the way, is the...
Jolene's like, you can do it.
The thing is not me. That's the dub over.
Sure, we believe you.
Did John see that? Could he see that?
I saw that.
Yeah,
it was actually worse than I expected it to be.
It's bad.
My daughter's very small. You don't see that I'm protecting her.
She flew off at some point. Who knows?
Wait, going down that would probably be more like child abuse. So no, there was no daughter there.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so what you don't see in that video is we did clear that path, and it was perfect. But my sister had taken the rocks that were on the path because it's a new property. So we cleared it out, and she piled them over there, thinking nobody's going to go down that part. My father said, yeah, if you wanted to, you could go down there. So then what I did
was, I will.
No, it's not. I went over to my sister, who was like, yeah, Dad said you could go up that part, with no intention of doing it myself. I was just getting them stirred up. They're all like cowgirls and stuff, so they're all insane. So they started talking amongst themselves exactly like I knew they would. And
I'm actually surprised they don't bull ride and like ride buck and broncs. I mean, basically, some of the horses they ride are buck and
I think it's just the culture. They're like, no, we're women. We race our horses.
We race our horses.
Yeah. So anyway, they go up and they start doing it. I just was like, I'm not doing that. I just got them going. And then somebody did it really well. And I was like, I bet I could do that. But by this time, it was all nice and packed down. And when I went, it was too fast. It was like noticeably faster than everybody else. And I went over that bank. And then I was like, this isn't going to work. So I tried to bail, but I haven't ridden horses and stuff for years. So my bailing technique is way off. So I landed. What I didn't know was underneath about 6 inches of snow, because it was only the first snowfall of the year, was where my sister had piled all the rocks.
God, man.
So when I hit that, and I'm 220 pounds plus 20, and so when I hit that, I actually thought I'd broken my hip, is what I thought, because I hit the rocks. Oh, that's bad. And then as soon as I started walking, like I stomped towards the house because I was like mad. I threw a little temper tantrum.
But it was your fault. What you're saying is you wanted someone else to do it and get hurt.
Yeah, so I started the whole thing,
happens.
got sucked into it, and got hurt. So that is actually what happened. Okay, so this is all about safety
Your
now.
sisters are
this is a good transition into safety.
Workforce, technology adoption. And this is all around bringing people in. All this technology that's a lot about bringing on workforce, safety, people that aren't as experienced as people that have been working in it for 30 years. That's a real challenge. I love how I changed to also now being really serious. But it is actually a thing that you're focused on. You and I talked about it before, and I wanted to bring it up on the show.
Yeah. I mean, it's the construction industry. People have probably heard all these stats, right? And it's almost hard to kind of quantify this. Right, because you say construction, and that might be like electricians, drywallers, and stuff like that, versus kind of the heavy equipment side of it. But I've heard stats of 400,000 people short, 600,000, 3, whatever that range is, right?
That's probably just in the U.S. too.
I think it is, yeah. And it's like it doesn't even matter what that number is. It's more than 100, so we need some more people, right? So it's kind of like, I was talking to somebody I think earlier today, and I kind of made the point of like, I feel like there's 2 reasons why people don't enter a career path or do something, right? And one is lack of awareness. And then number 2 is either they or somebody else had a bad experience doing that, right? So you think about, my experience, like with the construction industry. I mean, I've been on some job sites, I mean, not daily, right? But like doing that, it's always been great. It's a great experience, right? I mean, you kind of, maybe not in the 1909 when, Fingerless Joe was running around, right? But like,
okay, I didn't say that.
Like, I just saw, you can cut that. I don't care. But like, but I mean, you think about
Joe's going to email us now. You realize that?
He's 124 years old. But like, you think about that though, like the industry, where it's come from, some of those original innovators, and give them full credit, right? But like what our members have done and what they've focused on is making sure that the equipment operates safe. There's all the safety devices in it, whether that's, cabs with rollover protection systems or windshields or harnesses or whatever that is, right? I mean, the industry's come so far that kind of stigma of like the dark, dirty, dangerous, I think those are the 3 Ds people say, right? I mean, like that's, there's maybe a little bit of that here and there, but like, it's not like it was even 30 years ago. Right?
I feel like we cover a lot of mining too, and like I think construction's actually got a leg up now, because you're hearing way less on like even like fatalities and that with like in the construction sector. It's getting pretty dialed in and that technology is a big part of it, like the sensors. It's really pairing well with that industry on a whole.
It's a good point. That's where I was going with that, right? There's so much you can do, with just like, I don't even know what you would call it, like physical barriers, right? Like to prevent it, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, and you kind of reach the point of, maybe it's leveled off, right? And like we can't add any more padding, or another seatbelt isn't going to make somebody safer, right? So it's like, how do you take that next step, to get that number to be 0, injuries on a job site, right? And the only way you're going to do that is, again, 2 paths, right? Either you remove the person, right? And we can talk about like, remote control or autonomous equipment, or you use technology which would alert the operator or stop the piece of equipment or do something like that before something happens, right? So
we cover that a lot too, and like a lot of our people on like the construction show and mining now, that's a big thing, because like in certain instances, like you can remove the operator, but man, you got some challenging grades, you got some challenging areas. And again, that the human aspect of it, the human element of it does help like get that done better.
Yeah, another thing I remember is like a lot of construction projects aren't the same, or none of them are, right?
None.
I mean, it's not a lot of repeatable stuff, right?
Well,
I mean,
Utility Expo, that is where you really see like
it's crazy.
You're not some construction. You can see the automation a little easier.
Road building's one. Road building, you can have it a little bit.
But
like haul trucks in a quarry and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right? I mean,
where it's like a
path.
consistent extraction, you can see it. But like in utilities,
they're going up over mountains.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. Nobody's laying. There's not a robot laying power lines.
I always love the spot. I always love the spot where the cops camp out, like where the power lines are in the Coquihalla driving back to Kamloops. They're crazy. The transmission lines are up, down, up, and over. Like, it's wild. Like,
and you think about that, like you probably could program a robot to do that, but the cost of doing that, you might as well just.
Well, you need a chopper, right? You need a chopper, though. They need to be driving the chopper.
Oh, there's that. Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, so they got to drop those poles in. They've got to like tension the wires. It's just not.
I was looking up. So I was trying to remember. It was Sherman and Riley. Where are there? Is there an episode in production? Sherman and Riley.
Construction show.
Huh, it's weird. I didn't see it. Anyway, I probably just missed
it.
We had them on at Utility Expo.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because one of their the caging around the cab, they use I think it was like I'm going to call it beehive caging. It was just, but the amount of strength, so visibility and strength that it brought, just that. It's not a simple innovation, but that innovation, the amount of protection it provides is just huge. Cool. Like not even comparable. So now, and this leads into like work shortages. If you've got someone in there that doesn't have as much experience, but you've got automation on it, so they're not like going to mess up the machine, but they make a mistake. There's a little more protection. How many people?
Yeah.
It's almost happened to me. We thought I was out of my mind taking equipment out.
Oh, I don't like this story.
And
this is nuts. Yeah, that's not a good story.
The guy was cutting.
We might cut this.
And we thought it was thin steel. So I was just going to kind of like push it over to the ground. So I had my hands up. And he cut it. It was not thin steel. It weighed thousands of pounds.
Holy crap.
But because I was kind of back, not on purpose, it's just how I happened to be positioned, it like bent my body and kind of shot me back. So I was okay. I just would have been gone. It would just been, or my arms, or like right. And that's that inexperience. So that sort of that safety element of the machines needing to protect you. That.
Well, the big thing I always say is like the fact that like if you go to a job where you're literally just you need money for your family, for food, whatever, the fact that that might kill you, insane.
That's crazy.
Absolutely insane. Like the zero injury fatality, like it needs to be implemented so strongly.
You know, the thing is, though, we had that one company on, they were talking about part of safety, though, is understanding that if you try to get to zero incidents, that's where there's actually can be more danger. So you're going to get some bumps and scratches.
Yep.
It's more about making sure that they're not catastrophic.
Yep. Well,
it's a different method because if you're just trying to get to zero on this, you end up ignoring. You can't really tackle the big, which is like get people home safe.
Yeah.
Right. You get
people home safe. That's like get people home safe is like the big thing. If like let's not lose fingers in that, but get people home safe.
I mean that's we do a lot of stuff in that. I mean I don't know if I mentioned like the other service area AEM, we call it safety and product leadership, right? I mean it's kind of exactly what it is, but it's all that product safety, functional safety. We produce just over 50, they're like half-page size books that we call them safety manuals that are machine specific. So like one for an excavator, one for a wheel loader, stuff like that, right? That a lot of our members put in the glove box if there is one, right in the cab of the machine. Rental companies sometimes, give them out when somebody takes a machine on rent. It's kind of like that quick book of like, watch out for this, don't stand behind this, do this, right? And it's like
what you're saying about like those like key areas of like
Then once you just know it. You go, okay, don't do that. It's like I've been up on a scissor list. I know, there's a bit of a pattern here, but
I wish we had videos for all of them.
That would be great.
We only have one so far.
Officially, that's why we do a lot of B-roll when we're on.
Yeah. Is there anything scarier though than being like 3 stories up in a scissor lift and be like, this doesn't feel right?
No, I haven't had that.
Yeah. Nope.
No.
I used to do gutters. There's nobody more psycho than the gutter people.
No.
They're insane.
Yep.
The funny thing about that, man, is like those and like the cranes, like they have to sway.
Oh,
like that's wind absorption, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know if that's a technical term, right? But if they were so solid, like
just fall over.
Yeah, it would crack it.
Yeah.
You know, right? So
It's
I mean, you're
wild.
supposed to have some kind of movement, but it makes it.
I think that's my fascination with cranes is because they're so dangerous, but they've built in all these safety measures.
Yeah.
And then you see like sometimes they get set up wrong, they fall over. But it's like most of the time they're good.
Those videos are insane.
Oh, it's awful.
Like there was that.
How do people put Christmas lights on the cranes?
They climb out.
Probably with another crane.
That is like even harder.
Are they climbing out on those?
Oh, probably. They probably strap themselves on and then they go out.
Like a tower crane? Yeah, they climb up in the little cab.
Yeah, they go through because they're up in the cab and then they go through and they
for Christmas.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
I hate Christmas. It's another thing you'll learn about me, John.
I've heard if you're the one doing that, you're earning quite a bit. It's expensive to do that.
Yeah.
I'd want a bonus if I was going to hang Christmas lights. I'd be like,
but that
sure,
is.
I'll do
no,
it.
definitely. My husband and I have talked about it. Like we should start doing that because just a couple
hustle.
cranes and you've made a quick buck.
Wait, are you sending him or are you going to go out in your
him,
heels?
duh.
I was like, Gowdy, you can't hang Christmas lights in your. This is not a girl thing. This is Gowdy specific. She loves her heels.
Yes.
Back me up on this.
Oh, absolutely. I will be walking the show for as many days in heels.
She'll walk CONEXPO in heels.
Impressive. Yeah. I mean, I usually
impressive.
hit like 25,000 steps and not heels. I wouldn't make it very far. Other way around.
Which leads to the closing topic, maximizing the show.
Yeah.
What tips and tricks do you have for people attending, people exhibiting? You know, obviously, if you're Caterpillar, you be Caterpillar and you go to the CONEXPO, right? Even they're doing things to maximize it. But I'm not so much talking about them, but, you know, small companies that are coming there trying to figure out how do I even absorb, like where do I even go to make sure if I'm thinking about buying, like learning more about technology, what I could upgrade, all that sort of stuff. And then exhibitors that are in those 10 by 10s that are, you know, they've got great technology. They're trying to get noticed. What advice would you give them?
So let's start with that, right? And we'll kind of work our way back to the attendee. So we used to always kind of say this. I don't know if this was like a thing we said like publicly or whatever like that, but like AEM's job or CONEXPO's job is to get people to the show, right? It's the exhibitor's job to get them to your booth, right? So I think like if you're just showing up, you know, and it could be pre-show and it could be like how you're standing behind your table too, right? So, you know, it's pre-show stuff. If you're just showing up and putting your tablecloth on your table or like putting your attachment on the ground and just standing there and waiting, it's like you'll get some people that'll walk by and it could be a totally great show to you. But like, you know, nonstop LinkedIn scrolling last few days, and it's like, come see us at CONEXPO. We're launching the 123 XYZ here, and it's like constantly that. It's like just promoting what's going to take place in. I mean, from the recording of this, like less than 3-4 weeks, right? So I mean,
that's crazy. Don't say that.
And we are basically our episodes are sold out. We're adding days, like we're adding bonus. We're adding bonus spots now, so it's fantastic.
More Vegas.
More Vegas. More craps. But like,
I will see you there.
And then how people are like, you know, in their booth, working in the booth, right? I mean, there's a lot of people walking by, but from an attendee, like contractor perspective, right? Like the worst thing people can do is just show up. I mean, it's kind of the same answer, right? I mean, it's like just show up, you know, boots in the ground and just start walking. That's actually, I mean, you might get something out of that, but even if you don't, and I would recommend that people don't completely plan their whole route and say, I'm only going to these areas, right? But if you're looking for, you know, some new earth moving equipment, like there's 2 core areas of the show for that. Like pick who you want to see in there and then don't walk with your head down. Like look at everything else that's in between those companies, because back to your ditch guide story or whatever like that, like I bet you a bunch of people saw them and had no idea that was a thing. I mean, that's there's 2 real advantages of going to a massive trade show like this from a customer perspective. Is one is you meet people, right? I mean, it's like you go to the brands that it's people that maybe work in the product, develop that technology, the engineer there. You get to talk to them, give them feedback on actual things, right? Which is super cool. And the second piece of it is there's stuff that I don't know, use ChatGPT, you still probably wouldn't even figure out how to query it to find something, right? You don't even, something you didn't even know you needed, right? And it's just, it's there near the other stuff you went to look at, and it's a total like discovery.
And for the exhibitors, throw the phone away. Don't be on the phone. Get rid of the phone.
Down on your phone.
Don't sit down. Stand up and have conversations with people.
Yeah.
The company has spent tens of thousands of dollars. Don't. The phone is
we used to
useless.
do trade shows. We used to say, if you're going to be on your phone,
skip.
We need to answer email stuff.
When we're like
when we've done them, you just go over, step up to the side.
Yeah.
Answer your emails, do whatever.
Don't do it in the booth.
Take your personal call, whatever. That's fine. Just leave. Just go out of the booth.
Yep.
So then everybody's standing there. You'll see some booths, and some of them are big companies, and everybody's in a circle with their backs to the people walking. Like,
don't do it.
Just
don't do it.
You can't do that. And the same thing we were talking, when you're walking that floor, let someone sell you a little bit. Let them be like, hey, hi, and like learn what they're doing. You might get from that conversation, they might say, oh, actually, I know there's a booth a couple aisles over that you weren't going to walk down. And they might say, hey, go over there and check that out if that's what you're looking for. Right? Because there's so much there. You can't absorb it all.
Totally. And it kind of goes the other way too. It's like sometimes I feel like people, smaller contractor or something like that, small business, right, come to the show and they're a little nervous to like push their way in a booth and talk to somebody. I mean, those people are there. They want to talk to you as a potential customer. They want your feedback. It's like, no, I've never seen anybody really look at somebody's badge and be like, oh, you're just a crew of 3 people. I'm not concerned with your thoughts, right? I mean, it's like everybody's welcoming to everybody, that comes in their booth, right? So it's like I wouldn't feel shy to really push my way in and kind of have that conversation.
I think where it runs into an issue is that a lot of people, if they're a guy that's got a little contracting company, he's maybe not a networking kind of guy, right? And that's where it gets challenging. And I think even for that, one of the things you do is walk and let the people that say hi to you just say hi back. Because those engaged booths where they don't have their phone, they don't have their back to you, those people and just chat. You do not have to do this networking thing. You can just say hi.
And some of those booths are really good. They're like, hey, how's it going? And you can have those. They're ready for those conversations.
They're there to go. Yeah. They're there to work, and they want to connect with you. And they're just.
And what is it, like 2,400 booths at ConExpo? So you're gonna talk to. I think it's So you're gonna talk to maybe 100. So like you said, you want to go after those people that you're like keying in on, and then have your eyes open for the rest. Because there's going to be somebody's going to surprise you and be like, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the other thing I always tell people, and it sounds weird, but like eavesdrop on people, right?
Oh, I mean, like
whether
that.
You're like, well, I mean, I love listening to other people's conversations and sometimes talking. But like if you're walking behind people in the aisle.
Wait a second, what?
Like, hold on, we'll come back to that. But like, I mean, I've been walking behind people in the aisle, right?
Are you the guy that rolls down your window in traffic to listen to someone's?
Ask for like a handful of fries or something. But like, there's a lot of conversations that people are having that, they might be talking about the booth they just saw over there, and you might have not known that was there, and you might hear that, right? And the other thing with that is a lot of the companies that are there, as contractors, like they don't necessarily compete with each other either, right? I mean, like somebody doing work in Wisconsin, isn't doing work up by you guys and somebody else in Florida and whatever like that. So it's like, but a lot of the challenges are the same. I mean, maybe not working environment or soil type and stuff like that, but like equipment operators attracting employees, like utilizing equipment data and all that stuff like that. It's like, we have over 150 education sessions, like in different meeting rooms. And it's like, just sit down and kind of figure out who's next to you. And if you have something in common, and it's like, learn from each other. I think that's almost as important as, learning from the exhibitors in their booth too.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, I do think it's because I kind of learned this, like I used to be kind of uncomfortable and stuff. You do not have to do the network. Like you're saying, just listen into a conversation. Yeah. Mention something, just ask an honest question. Walk until you have an honest question.
Yeah.
You don't have to manufacture everything. Just look and go, oh, what is that? Just ask them.
That's a great question. What is that?
Yeah.
What is this?
Because anybody there, that's the one thing. Anybody that's going to invest that kind of money at ConExpo, because it's not cheap. It's a huge investment for especially small companies. You see someone with a 10 by 10, they've invested a lot in that. In percentage to there. Caterpillar, in a percentage to what they do, not a huge investment. For a little, 10 people, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Just ask them the question. And they'll just, and what I was going to say is if they are in that booth, they're probably pretty confident their technology works.
Yeah.
They've probably tested. They've probably been around for 4. You're not going to see a company that's been around for 6 months that's just going to see if this thing catches in the market. That's not who's there.
That's a really good point. And, we do a lot of research. So welcome.
Cut it.
Cheers to that.
I don't make a lot of good points.
By the way, I have a
So, John, when I make one, I'd like to really...
I got some of those.
We got to get his hat, too, because he's been on an episode. We got to get that nice hat.
Yeah.
Not his hat. Another
We
hat.
have a utility hat already. Sorry, John. Sorry.
Continue.
No.
Continue.
You said it was a good point, and I want to hear why it's a good point.
Yeah, because you think about, the industry does a really good job, and the people that come to the show, they want stuff that's going to impact their business tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
There isn't a ton of futuristic, crazy concept stuff, right? I went to CES, so the used to be Consumer Electronics. I was at CES a month ago or whatever.
How are the humanoids doing? Did you talk to them?
They're playing ping pong and kickboxing. It was interesting. Not the same time, but
okay. It would be cool if they were doing both at the same time.
It'd be kind of cool. There's a lot of really cool products there.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole area that the people in the booths, I don't think they know what their product. I don't think it was a product. It was a technology. It's not a product yet, right?
This is nonsense, but please buy it.
Which is totally valid for that show, though. It's we made this sensor that does some crazy shit or whatever it is, right? And it's
yeah.
Oh,
for
he's
what?
Swearing now.
Oh, sorry. Is that allowed
John,
on here?
We
I don't
can't
know.
swear on this show.
It's allowed. It's allowed. It's allowed, Jerrod.
It's a new rule. I've just found
John. Man. Anyway, continue on. I want to hear about CES. I've never been.
We need another hour. John's getting comfortable.
I know.
So now I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, God. We can drink, but we can't swear. I don't know what kind of life this is.
It's an odd show.
That's Vancouver. We're filmed in Vancouver.
Yeah, it's valid to have that at that show, though, right? Because there's companies that are oh, you think this is for the medical industry? We're going to put it on a piece of heavy machinery, right? And whatever that concept is, right? But at ConExpo, it's there's margins are low, jobs are tight. We're just trying to build and power the world, right? So it's we need technology and products that can help tomorrow.
On the margins being low, curious, with that, because a lot of companies are actually doing municipal work, they're doing government work, and that's it's pretty fixed. So where that margin comes in, they don't have a lot to work with. Do you see that as a lot from your the members and people attending as well? Because that's probably a big service that they offer.
From an end user perspective, I think everybody wants to, I hate this saying, but everybody wants to do more with less, right? I mean, I think that's sure, right? But I mean, you think about what the margin is, and then if there's an error, meaning I don't know, didn't get this on grade, I got to do rework. It's the cost of that, is so high that everybody should be looking at, ways to minimize material waste, fuel waste, redo, time waste, whatever all that is, especially since you don't have enough people to do it, right? I mean, just when somebody wants to,
it goes back to that.
Even if you're getting paid for it, think about that. If you do something and then somebody tells you hey, you did that wrong, do it again, you're still getting more hours and doing it, but you're I can swear now, right? But damn, this sucks.
Yeah, that was a joke,
do
by
this,
the way.
Right?
That was
I know.
for sure a joke.
I hope. But it's, you don't want to redo it just because it's just a pain in the ass, right? So it's let's just, do things accurate the first time. And I think that's a reason to
SMS has that tool. So they've got because the new people coming in, they've got the grades for even the dozers. They're trying to manage that rework. They're trying to get the tonnage right, so you don't have all this rework that you have to go back to. Because before it was all manual. Now they've got sensors showing that, okay, we moved this tonnage, it was moved the right way. And even like the dozers and the graders, they're actually helping out the operators that are new. They just adjust on the fly. So that's
Totally.
it's a big thing that you're discussing as well for all these new people coming in. Why it's so good is because with this technology, they can learn that and then they get a feel for it. And then pretty soon they're doing it all on their own. And the technology is there, but they'll know it all.
We had on yesterday MindSense.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of them, John. It's unbelievable what they have
Amazing.
and this is like proven. This is operating in mines. So in mining, all the sensor technology was in the actual processing. They put a sensor on the bucket.
Interesting.
On the mining shovel. So what they did is they started out with, okay, we need it to withstand like military grade, which is like, let's say 20 Gs or something. Blew it apart in like no time. Like he said, it lasted like 20 seconds. They're up to 200 Gs. That's what they needed to develop that technology.
For hitting that rock.
Yeah, that's what it needs in a mining operation because it's a mining shovel. It's a huge amount of tonnage, right?
Yep.
And it's just amazing what the technology is developing out of the sector now. It's
so cool.
And I think it goes back to this trade, this giant trade show of trying to stand out, try to actually get people to your booth. It is a challenge. It is a challenge. But that's why you got 5 days at ConExpo. Yeah. Do you know of people that go? Do people ever go to for all 5 days? Because I don't think you could walk the show in 2 days.
No way.
No
way.
Not and see everything.
No.
Or not even see much of it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
if you're just walking, no
way. Like there's just
it's
too
big
massive.
That's what I mean about you got to plan your. I mean, there's probably products that don't apply to some people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's depending on what kind of work you're doing. So that's why we segment the halls differently and the parking lots kind of differently. And stuff
it is
that,
neat because it is, because it's such a big event. It is kind of neat how the other thing is a lot of the companies there are trying to scale. The smaller companies are trying to scale their business. Like they've been in a pocket somewhere and now they're trying to get out into the market. So it's going back to that saying that they're like a proven technology. It's a unique thing about the show because it is such a big commitment, even the timeline.
And
right?
looping back, even that Wisconsin beer that John's drinking.
Yeah.
If they were wanting to scale out,
they
would go to ConExpo
and come on, and come on the Crownsmen Show.
Brand awareness. There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
John, that beer, what does it taste like? What is it? How do you rate it? Is this a beer you drink or is this one you just grab for the show?
By the way, John, we rate it out of 20. So
out of 20.
For whatever you feel.
And this beer is strong. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And it's empty.
Your glass is not empty, but yeah.
This is strong. How is your beer, John?
It's great. It's good. It's nice, light, sort of hoppy. I drink it regularly. Actually, New Glarus also does a beer called Staghorn, which is an Oktoberfest style, which comes out, whatever time of year that is, August, September, October. That's great.
There's a great German place in Vegas actually that has the real German beers.
Oh
too.
yeah, the Hofbrauhaus. Yeah.
You've been there.
I have been there. I've been there. The original one's in Munich.
Scary.
I mean, so there's another big construction trade show in Munich called Bauma every 3 years. Kind of off the thing like that. So I mean, there's a lot of Steins go down in that city, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Bauma's famous that the crane on crane on crane on crane thing.
Oh yeah.
It's
crane
pretty cool.
Crane.
Yeah.
And then just throw a random Tobel generator at the end of the last one for no reason, right? Yeah. It's just hey, we can pick up something else too. Yeah, it's cool.
So that beer in Wisconsin though, that's people drink that. If you're going to play, that's the thing people drink.
I would say most bars in Wisconsin, especially around here, have something from New Glarus on tap.
Nice.
Yeah, or all the time.
They're tapped in. How many people are in Wisconsin? It's
nice double play.
10, 15 million?
People in Wisconsin. Oh God, I don't know that.
Downey, what's the population of Wisconsin?
That's interesting.
Is that an important thing?
I love.
Or is that
numbers.
because you're drinking 9%? How many people live in your state, John?
We're past the point of relevancy
5.9 million.
What is it?
5.9 million.
5.9. Wow, did you say
Wow.
12? Holy crap. We're not that big of a state.
Way off.
There's trees and here, man. I mean, it's like
What? Anyway, I'm going to stop. What did he rate it out of 20?
Yeah, what did you rate? What do you rate that beer out of 20?
I'd say solid 15.
All right.
Nice.
That's pretty
15.
conservative
We're going to
for
tack
it,
on
yeah.
15 right
There you
here.
go.
Okay.
That's really good. That's really good.
Rory, how did you like your?
I really liked it. After
Wow,
that.
you good?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
After,
So
His
this
legs
is-
are crossed.
after my
This one's
sleep
yours, right?
and that drive, I'll give it a 13.
Oh, boy.
I'll give it a 13 for the
So we're going to
Trebell.
put 13 across.
This is awesome. This
Really?
is awesome beer.
Can
Yeah,
I finish yours?
you can try it.
Thank you.
So this is yours,
finish
right?
it.
Yeah, this is yours.
You don't whatever you're doing, don't do it.
Don't
Krampus.
do it. Krampus.
Yeah, it's good.
Love it.
It's not good. Not after that.
Oh, my.
Yeah, this is like a
cho-
bitter.
This is this is chocolatey. Do I have anything left in there?
I would rate it an 18. John,
Wow.
You would not.
it's great. I love it.
Oh, that's,
I drink scotch, so I like things that
you go.
kind of hit you. I get bored really fast. This you kind of
I
like.
gave
enjoy it.
Jerrod a salmon flavored candy cane as a joke, and he liked it.
That's actually a true story.
It actually sounds amazing.
No, it was good because it was kind of like that bitter kind of. I like peaty scotch.
My wife and I
there
were
you go.
like,
earthy,
Yeah.
peaty flavor.
I was like, man, he's gonna give
Oh,
that to his kid.
It
And they'd be like,
sounds like candied salmon. Like
Yeah.
maple candied
Didn't-
salmon.
It
No?
didn't taste
It was
like
a gag gift,
salmon.
and I was like,
It was a gag.
thrilled. And like,
Yum yum yum.
Okay, John, it has been great to have you on. We definitely have teamed up with ConExpo. You're being featured on the show. ConExpo is advertising on the show, so we've got like a promo code if people want to
Save money.
save money for attending.
And a shout out to the marketing team at ConExpo. Also amazing. Even in 2023, we weren't even like having discussion with the ConExpo. They were sharing, commenting,
Mhm.
promoting the show right when we
Didn't
launched
even
the
know who we
construction
were.
show.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah,
didn't care. They're
Can't
like,
give the
"This is
team
great."
enough props, guys. I mean, it's like for
No.
myself. I mean, it's like it's great. I mean, like you think of the undertaking this is, and
Oh, it's
I have
crazy.
such
It's
a little
crazy.
piece of it, right? I mean, I've done a few, conversation shows like this, just talking about it and just having relationships and high fiving people and having drinks, right? I mean, beyond that, it's like all the work gets done. The team that's in that direction from where I'm sitting right now, right? And I mean, whole team effort though.
Mhm.
With the whole office. So yeah, it's appreciate the comments and thanks for being a part of it, guys.
It's going to be a great event. We're going to have lots of fun. You'll be there. We'll be there. I'm flying in. I got another event, so I got to fly in the second half. It's insanity.
Yeah. So if you see us, running around,
We'll be running
hi.
around.
We'll be
And
running around.
just before we leave, do you actually play craps? Is it crabs or craps?
Craps.
Do you
Even I
actually
know
play
that.
craps?
I have, not regularly, but yeah.
John, you and I,
There we go.
Old Vegas.
I'll-
Let's go.
We'll do that.
We'll
And I'll
do
save
that.
some room for scotch for you, Jerrod. We'll do that
Oh,
too. So
Oh,
there you go.
see that's
I
where I'll
could
be.
literally, I don't. I could
Fuck,
literally
I got
drink
a 20,
scotch every
Jerrod,
day.
I got a
I just
25-year.
love. It's not about being drunk. I love the taste of scotch and
Great.
being drunk.
I'm going to
Gabby,
bring a bottle.
Can you just quickly, before we wrap up,
Right.
Rory wants to tell another story,
Yeah.
but this
No,
is
I
a more
don't.
important story.
Okay.
Tell everybody about Rory in Vegas. Finding the right craps table.
Oh,
I've
let
been
me
saving
tell you.
this.
That was like a scavenger hunt that was like never ended. I can tell you, I think I walked more trying to find the right craps table
It
for
worked the
Rory
first night.
than I did walking the show.
It worked the first night. It didn't work the second night.
And yes, when we got back, I heard Jerrod tell me, wow, Rory won. And I'm like, yeah, the first night, not the second.
Yeah,
and he goes,
he messaged
"Oh,
me
I
the
didn't
first
hear
night.
about
Go,
that."
yeah, I won this and this and this, and the second night, crickets.
Second night was bad.
We'll see you. We'll see you all in Vegas, everyone. Please register for ConExpo. During the
Yes.
show, you'll have seen
Code
the promo code.
TCS 26.
Thank you for Pedro for getting it all set up.
Yes.
Mary it was literally just an email campaign. I responded back and she messaged and connected me with the whole team. Wonderful team. We're looking forward to the event. And John, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, John.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'll see you in Vegas.
Okay, see you on the next episode of the Crownsmen Show. Thank you, everybody.